Austraeoh by Imploding Colon, read by Deathlight, Chapter 175, Zeta. You mean you can actually fly with those things? Yeah? Rainbow squinted at one of the many youngsters crowded around her as she trudged slowly through the lengths of Sanctuary. You sure you can actually chat with those? The cult giggled, scuffing his hooves across the floor. Can you do it now? Do what? Fly! Several of the nearby ponies shouted at once. Fly like a Pegasus! Rainbow tongued the inside of her mouth and eyed the torch at the ceiling of the corridor. Well, I don't know. Oh, please, please! Okay, but don't blame me if you collapse from the sheer awesomeness. She held her breath and flapped her wings for the first time in hours, and levitated over the heads of the gaping lot of young Silvadelians. Many of the youngsters cheered and squealed with joy. Older ponies from the far edge of the passing corridors smiled and waved at the sight. With or without meaning to, Rainbow Dash once more became the center of attention. That's so awesome! Can you outfly dragons? I bet you can fly above the fog. Listen, kids. Rainbow smiled nervously as she passed a corridor full of metalworks, marketplaces, and indoor schoolyards. You guys are living down here for a reason. The world is pretty darn dangerous, even if you have wings. But I think they're really bad. You can fly away in a blink, right? Rainbow Dash lingered as she hovered past a steep cavern. The key to having wings, guys, is being able to go places where other ponies can't. Even other places you don't want to go. The ponies murmured with one another. In the meantime, a loud grinding noise wafted across the dimly lit corridor. Rainbow swiveled in mid-air and gazed towards the far end of the cavern. She saw a deep, dark tunnel clutched with heavy metal equipment and hauling containers of bubbling liquid. Sustained ponies were rushing in and out of the thin straits, taking turns exploring the shadowed depths with weighted clusters of drilling tools. What are they doing over there? Rainbow Dash murmured. You mean you don't know? One of the Folger remarked. The blank flank stepped up, sporting a pair of green goggles over his petite head. It's the grand project, the one that the council commissioned 3 years ago. It's almost finished and every pony's so excited. Yeah, but what exactly is the tunnel there to do? Rainbow stopped, doing a double take as she looked at the cult more closely. The young pony blinked, the flare of torchlight glinting off his horn. What? Rainbow's eyes blinked. You're a unicorn. The colt instantly blushed, biting his lip, and smiled bashfully. Yeah, I am. Why is that? You know about unicorns, Pegasus? I've met several, just not familiar with any of them, living underground beneath an apocalyptic landscape full of murderous dragons. There are not a lot of us. We live over in Sparklight, the unicorn district of Sanctuary. But the Silvadelians are cool with us and all. He gasped and brightened. You should meet Zeta. He's the one in charge of the grand project. He'd be totally jazzed to see a Pegasus visiting us. I don't think I'd mind, little guy. Or should I call you... my name's Lime Tech. He smiled and slid his goggles down over his bright eyes. But most every pony calls me Limey. Here, I'll show you to Zeta's workshop. He scrambled away on his little legs. Rainbow Dash gave the tunnel one last look, took a deep breath, and soared after him. Several colts and fillies, excited, tried their vain best to keep up. Limey led through several spots where the ceiling dipped until eventually bringing Rainbow Dash to a remarkably cubical chamber, filled with the smells of chemicals and echoes of whirring tools. A dozen unicorns were busily working around several tables clustered with mechanical equipment and liquid containers. In the center of the place was a huge basin about the size of 2 ponies. and a lanky unicorn with a buzz mane was busily telekinetically applying a welding tool to its bolted rim. "Hey, Zeta!" Lime Tech chanted, his goggles sliding loose. He shoved them back onto his forehead and pointed at Rainbow Dash, beaming. "Look who I brought!" The maneless unicorn bolted, slamming his head against the partially constructed basin. "Ugh, spark plugs! Ugh." Rainbow Dash winced. Zeta glanced over, rubbing his horn and hissing. "What is it, Limey? Can't you tell I'm busy?" He blinked and stumbled back, exhaling hard. "Oh, the Pegasi, Just call me Rainbow Dash," she said, smiling nervously. "The one and only. Aren't we all the one and only, feathered friend? Forgive my manners. I heard a winged pony was visiting, but I didn't get a chance to break off from what I was doing. They don't let me get out much." Rainbow Dash glanced beyond the center of the workshop to see a filthy sleeping mat and several bowls of uneaten moldy salad. "Yeah, that is a very important pony!" Limey exclaimed, hopping in place with all the fumes and sounds of the workshop billowing around him. "He's gonna help the Silverdalians get the kingdom back!" "One thing at a time, Spark Muncher," Zeta remarked, twitching. "Assuming I give this darn thing liquid sights. I swear, half the job is attempting to mold Arcanium into a useful shape." "You've got actual Arcanium here?" Rainbow Dash remarked in awe. "Oh yeah, totally. How'd you get that?" Lots and lots and lots and lots of mining." Zeta smiled, twitching, and rubbed his hoof against his buzzed mane. "Ugh, so much darn coal, and all so useless. Had to fill some of the reserve latrines with the stuff, just so I get some good nodes. Dragons don't care for the stuff, Arcanium. So they're there for us to plunder and use against them. Huh! So what?" Rainbow finally touched down and rested her wings. "Is this grand project thing?" "She saw the tunnel that the council had us build," Limey said, excited and bubbly. "Shh, simmer down there, Buckethead." Zeta looked at Rainbow Dash as steadily as he could. "This is a crazy time for you to have showed up, Pegasus. The grand project is something that the Silverdalians have been betting on for a while. Even Prince Sam the Rose digs it, and he hardly digs anything. Best tunnel I ever dug in my life. The only one so long and straight, come to think of it." "What's the tunnel for?" Rainbow leaned forward, her face briefly bright and hopeful. "Isn't it an escape route for the ponies here?" "Huh!" Zeta trotted around her. "Maybe it was aimed in the other direction it would be." He bumped into a cluster of discarded metal shards. "Ugh, spark plugs!" He smiled and held his hoofs together as he explained. "The grand project is to build a corridor stretching directly from here to the Matriarch's lair, where a nest and hoard magazines and whatever is stashed." "What?" Rainbow Dash gawked, her ruby eyes widening. "What the hey would you build something like that for? Wouldn't she just send her minions back into Sanctuary and end every pony?" "We have several charges lined up along the corridor so that everything will seal itself with a single charge blast." "Then I don't get it." Rainbow's brow furrowed. "What's the point of building the tunnel to begin with, if you're just gonna blow it to smithereens?" "It's only gonna be open long enough to get this baby through," Zeta exclaimed, wildly motioning towards the half-finished basin with pride. Rainbow Dash blinked. "What am I looking at?" "It's an Arcanium container for Silverdalian Deathwater," Zeta exclaimed. "Silverdalian Deathwater." Rainbow Dash droned, staring at him with bored eyes. I made up the name myself. Zeta gestured wide. "Imagine a highly acidic, adhesive compound." His forelimb smacked a nearby unicorn upside the head. Sorry. Upon contact with any form of matter, it latches onto the material and degrades it swiftly, spreading the burning liquid across the whole entire surface nearby. Basically, anything the death water compound touches or comes into close proximity will melt away. We're brewing enough of this stuff so they'll melt a whole entire mountain's worth of mass and convert it into goo. That sounds really darn dangerous. How could you even carry this stuff around? Arcanium is the only substance that resists the acid, Zed exclaims, pointing to the partially finished container. The idea is to brew the stuff in that, contain it, and deliver it to the lair. Rainbow blinked. The matriarch. You wish to bomb her. Well, the council wishes to bomb her, and I can't really complain. I want this place to be dragon-free as much as the next Hornley's pony. Zeta said, wringing his hooves together. Unlike flammable bombs or explosives made to inflict shrapnel wounds, this stuff will cling to the mightiest dragon scales and melt them as if they were tissue paper. As soon as the tunnel's finished, we're gonna carry that thing to where she sleeps and kabloom! Lemmy hopped, almost bumping into a set of equipment. No more Brood Queen and no more fire-breathing baddies! Wow, you guys must be really hyped. Rainbow Dash remarked, then gulped. Still, sounds like a whole bunch of work for one single moment of stress. Oh, I know a thing or two about stress. Zeta remarked with a smiling twitch. It'd be all worth it, I just know it. The council's lucky to have unicorns around. Why are there even unicorns hanging around the ruins of a kingdom that were once full of earth ponies? The same reason you're here, I'm willing to bet. We were visiting, or, well, our great-great-great-great-grandparents were visiting. Then everything went to Tartarus, and generations of us were stuck here. Not that that's a bad thing, mind you. We hope the Silverdalians build themselves a little paradise here in Sanctuary. They might be good at farming, but earth ponies absolutely suck at digging straight lines. Kind of ironic, considering their name. He leaned swiftly over and elbowed Rainbow Dash hard in the wings. You know what I'm saying? Sure. Rainbow smiled nervously. So rumor is, you come from the west. Zeta smiled wide. Tell me, did you see the land of my kind? Rainbow bit her lip. Did you see the shiny gray plateaus of Clyardermane? Clyardermane? Yes, with the glimmering spires of Ringfall and the immense clock towers of Understeam. Do you mean Ring City? The capital of Darkstein? Darkstein? Zeta's face coiled up in disgust. As in General Darkstein of the Holy Theological Army? That immoral despot had this crazy idea of molding all of society into an unemotional utopia that worshipped industry above individual freedom. It's because of that jerk that so many of my forebears set a lifestyle so fatal to begin with. I hope he got eaten by dragons along with all the morons that thought his idea was cool. Zeta spat on the ground, flinched on a bit, and smiled once more Rainbow's way. But seriously, how's Clyardermane, my family's home province? Rainbow Dash smiled brightly. Oh, it was totally awesome, dude. Like, I really dig those clock towers. They were really, metallic. Zeta swayed back into his workbench and fanned himself. Oh, I can't wait to get out of this place, just so I can see them again. It makes this whole darn Deathwater nonsense worth it. Yeah, Rainbow Dash gulped. About that. Just then, the sound of galloping hooves lit the air at the steamy workshop. Rainbow and the others turned to look at the sweating earth pony in canvas armor. Are you Rainbow Dash? Rainbow looked at every pony, then glanced at the earth pony. She flexed her blue wings and smiled nervously. I seriously hope so. The earth pony gave a polite smile and spoke in between breaths. The council is having a meeting. Unless you're predisposed, they'd like to see you. Rainbow Dash glanced at Zeta and Limey. She looked at the messenger once more. Yeah, when? Right away.